another interesting simple endgame. We have white pieces, 2 pawns versus 2 pawns. And of course in advance we don't know what the right move is. We can probably start by making the list of all moves. So we have 5 king moves and 2 pawn moves. Now the most logical move on the first side seems to be h takes g7, because we capture the pawn, and also we want to have another queen which will win the game. We have 5 king moves, 2 pawn moves, 7 moves in total. The most logical looking move is h takes g7. This move, if you assume that we have no knowledge about this position, no prior knowledge, then this is probably the move that we have to analyze first. This move captures a pawn, wins material, and also creates a wonderful threat. We want to queen our pawn and win the game. So that's probably the first move we should evaluate. And the second move we should check, it might be g6. I mean, this move creates some tension here. And then the king moves, they don't look that great. But let's say we try to analyze all of them. So we'll try to analyze first h takes g7. Now black has 7 moves with his king and 2 moves with his pawn, but our general knowledge about chess should tell us that after g8 queen, white wins if he's a queen up. There's no way we can draw this position, so we can immediately cut off all other moves, and this is the only move that remains. Black protects this square, and it's quite easy to understand that black is going to win this pawn, and then he can never lose. And now it's only a question if he can win or not. The answer is probably that he can win also. So that would be a terrible, terrible move. Although it's the most logical move to consider, it is the worst move to play. And now let's see what else we can do. We will save this move for the end. Let's try to check king moves. It doesn't matter which king move we play. In any case, black will have 2 very interesting options. One option is to capture. Okay, let's say we play here, like getting closer a little bit to the king side seems logical. Now black has many moves with the king and so on, but here's one interesting move, which is g takes h6, threatening to take the other pawn as well and win. We have to take. Black will come closer, and probably you know that if we manage to reach this corner or even f1 or f2 squares, then this position is a draw. We can easily do that. We can also play king f6 and a little bit like trap the black's king near the edge of the board. This is also a draw. So after a king move, if black takes, we take. This is going to end in a draw. But black might try to push g6 and play for a win. Actually, it's not easy to see how we are going to stop him from picking up all our pawns. We lose. So any king move loses the same way. Black has this killer idea, and we have only one move remaining that we need to analyze. This is maybe the most counterintuitive move, pushing another pawn. Now we are hanging on all our pawns, but if we spare a few seconds to think about this position, we'll see that we have a super dangerous threat. This is taking on h7 and promoting, and black has only one possible way to stop this. It is to take on g6, and then we should simply analyze all our moves. King moves are senseless, we lose our last remaining pawn, so we have 2 moves with this pawn, hg7, which loses because black goes king f7 and captures, and of course the great move h7, which wins because we will have a new queen on the next move. So the solution of this position is quite simple. We push g6. Any other move is terrible, but g6 is great. And on the next move, one of our pawns will be on h7, and 2 moves later we'll have a new queen.